Fernandes undefeated, competing here in Indonesia. Inside the mighty Istora Senayan in Jakarta. And Fernandes with the black and red bounds out of his corner. Outside leg kick there from Iko Priandono. Circling. Off to his right is Iko. Be careful to drift in the power side of Fernandes. Fernandes just biding his time. Iko probing with the jab. Inside leg kick from Iko. Tries to catch him with that lead hook as Abro Fernandes. Skipping forward Fernandes. 8-2, 3 knockouts, 3 submissions. 76% finishing rate for Abro Fernandes. In great shape here too, Fernandes. New year treating him well thus far. The electrical knockout, 7-1, 3 knockouts, 1 submission. A 57% finishing rate for the 2-time national Muay Thai champion. 7-time East Java amateur boxing champion. And One Pride MMA bantamweight champion.
Quick little flurry as Fernandes closed that distance remarkably fast. You can see him touching Eko with that jab of his. Eko's got to be a little bit more careful when he closes that distance.
Both men still dipping their toes in the proverbial waters here in the opening round. Seeing what each other has to offer.
Referee Mickey might want these guys to have a little bit faster pace. Right now they're just kind of circling off to each other's weak side, just sort of playing patty cake.
Thank you from Priandono. First going by the name Iko. Glorified kickboxing contest at the moment, this one. Neither man attempting to take the bout to the ground as we approach the halfway mark of the opening round, set for 3. The One Super App, One Fantasy game, the world's largest martial arts fantasy game. Abro Fernandes had 58% of fans voting for him to win. Iko with 42. What to say though, so far tonight, fans have not been accurate as much. Sabas Michael was predicted over taking NATO, and Andy Howson was predicted by a landslide over Josh Tonner. And for them, ending up with losses. We will see referee Mickey step in here and ask these 2 athletes to pick up the pace. I believe we will in a moment. The filling out process has gone on for long enough. 150 remains in the first, and no real telling blows from either man yet. Posturing, a lot of feeling out, both with the jab. You see there, no follow through after the jab from Abro Fernandes.
Just haven't found that distance yet. They haven't quite been able to establish their range. They're kind of just throwing air balls right now at each other.
Inside try kick from Iko. Mitch said circling away from each other's power sides. Jam there from Fernandes again, no right hand behind it, no leg kick underneath. And referee Mickey gives the familiar signal to get a move on. Much to the unlikely pumping crowd inside the Istora Senayan, very humid evening in Jakarta. Rainfall just before the doors opened earlier on. Little fake there from Priandono. 2 men from 2 different regions in Indonesia. So tremendous rivalry between them here, Dragon.
Yeah, and they actually competed in the same organization here in Indonesia, so they know each other very well. So that's kind of what you're seeing. You're seeing 2 guys that are really just, they respect each other's power. They know what the other one's capable of. So they're just kind of feeling each other out still at this point. I like that low kick thrown by Eko. I'd like to see him put something with that. Start mixing in these combinations together. Start throwing the hands and then land the leg kick, because this is a really close round. And one big shot could easily sway the judges in your favor.
And one of these two men go kleptomaniac and steal it with a big salvo in the final 5 seconds. Of course, 3 judges scoring this one as an overall contest, knocked down by a round. They go to the towels after 1. Not a lot in it. Referee Omeki calling for more action from both of these Indonesian athletes. Okay, Mitch, let's play coach for a moment. If you're in the corner of the Black COMODO, what are you telling Abro Fernandes to do?
You know, I'd like to see Abro Fernandes throw a 2 to 3 punch combination and then maybe shoot him for a takedown. See what Echo is like off his back. Put him into, just give him something else to look at, because right now, Fernandes is kind of only thrown the 1-2, just touching him, a little bit scared to commit, kind of scared to step into that range, because I think he's nervous to get tagged because he knows the power that Echo's got. For Echo, I'd like to see a little bit more volume, close that distance, start putting something behind those punches, and then start mixing in the kicks.
Second round of 3 inside the Estoril Senayan. You're watching the lead card of One Championship Warriors Code. Jakarta, Indonesia. Start of the year we've had so far in 2020, which will be the biggest year in One Championship history. Already with sensational blockbuster events in Bangkok and Manila. Tonight will be no different. 5 matches on our main card, including Leandro Ataides and Fenya Derrida, the winner of which will get a guaranteed world middleweight title crack against the 2-division champion, the great Onglan Sang. The Ataides will beat Derrida. Of course, our main event for the inaugural One Super Series middleweight multi-world title at Morocco India Academy and Ponsuri PK Senchai Muay Thai Gym. Shoots in for a takedown, does Fernandes. First time we've seen one attempted in this contest. Went for a double leg high. And Ego, the electrical knockout, got out of the way.
Yeah, it was a half-hearted attempt by Fernandes. He didn't really commit to it. You could see he immediately shot back up and threw that left hook. I'd like to see him maybe going for the takedown again after that. Just start putting these attempts together to see if we can make some action kind of happen in this second round.
Mitch, is it just a coincidence that electrical knockout went short in his EKO? Is it deliberately done? If it is, it's a great nickname. Are you surprised there's not much more grappling coming into this one's been a glorified kickboxing / Muay Thai contest?
You know, both of them come from striking backgrounds. We saw from Fernandes' past matchups, he prefers to keep things standing. So I'm not really surprised. I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing more action from these two, especially as we're entering, you know, essentially the 7th minute of this contest.
Some disappointment from members of the crowd here. If you're referee Umeki, do you step in and give them another firm warning, Mitch?
Yeah, you know, usually we see, you know, our referees are a little bit more encouraging as far as the action goes, but now they're starting to exchange a little bit. You can see their distance is kind of shortening, and now they're really starting to exchange. You know, at this point, man, you could really put your heat on your opponent and really start taking advantage of this.
Halfway through the contest. Lead hand there from Ego. Gloves high from Abro Fernandes. Eats a beautiful 2-punch combination.
Good extension on his punches. Echo's got all the tools necessary. He's built like a brick house. I'd like to see him start really committing to some of these shots, throwing more than just 2-punch combinations.
I was going to say Fernandes is quick right with the size of the delta of the traps on Abro Fernandes. They should have their own postal plate.
Fernandes jumped immediately back into camp after the Augustine match, and so he had like 3 to 4 months really prepping for this match here tonight. So, and it shows in just his physique alone, not necessarily the output, but in the physique.
Indonesia really looking for a star to break out amongst the ranks here at One Championship, Mitch, and a lot of hope on Eko Ronnie Saputra later on in our main card as he takes on Kongsichon of Cambodia. Also up next, you're going to see Sunoto, who's been around for a while. Hopefully, is he going to be the man who breaks out, become that breakout superstar that Indonesia is craving here at One Championship?
Yeah, you know, we've had so many incredible Indonesian mixed martial artists and they're just, you know, really starting to come to fruition. We're starting to see that mixed martial arts really develop here in Indonesia. And these are two of them. These are two guys that we really have high expectations for. I like this jab coming from Iko. He's got a lightning fast jab. He's got the distance, too. He's got that reach. He's got to start using it.
Crank there from Fernandes on the front foot here. Abro goes to the inside thigh kick. A little more flat-footed of the two. Abro Fernandes. Iko Priandono up high on the balls of his feet.
Echo's just kind of a step ahead of him. He's just got a slight speed advantage. You can see the way that he kind of leans back when the counter shots come. He's able to stick that jab out there. Well, there's Fernandes landing one.
One, though, is not enough. Inside leg kick from Abro Fernandes. Needs some combination. Gets backed off with an overhand right from Iko Priandono. And the man they call the electrical knockout. It is a KO win here tonight. Final seconds of this second stanza. The old 3-2 there. Put right across from Abro Fernandes. A little bit more pepper now, a little bit more speed from Abro in the closing seconds. Good left hand to win the round from Iko.
See, you can see the mutual respect. They're happy to be in there, but unfortunately, it's kind of like a glorified sparring match. They're just kind of touching each other. There's way too much respect inside the one ring right now. They need to throw that out the window and put some pressure on each other. Start throwing those hands. Because right now, this match is anybody's guess. And we're seeing just these guys go back and forth, landing jabs, landing little leg kicks, and not really applying the aggression to each other. I want to see them step up in the third.
Third and final round of this flyweight contest between Abro Fernandes and Iko Priandono. Okay, Mitch, even though we don't score round by round, it's an overall match. If you had to put one man ahead after two, who would it be?
Got to go with electrical knockout. He just seems to have a little bit more volume. He's a little bit more active and slightly more aggressive. But it's not that big of a lead. Fernandes could get right back in there, and he's coming off of a huge win. He needs to capitalize on that momentum.
Let's see if electrical knockout can plug into the power mains here in the third round and give us a knockout. We will have a knockout of the night award tonight. It's still up for grabs, though. I've got to say, Josh Tonner's KO of Andy Howson. It's going to be hard to top, but if someone can top it, it may be the man left of screen. Electrical knockout, Iko Priandono. Oh, nice two-punch combination there from Abro. Looks for a takedown. Almost. Excited cheers from the fans to see them engaged now as Fernandes looks for a takedown, but Iko a little too slick and evasive.
Beautiful Echo playing El Matador as he was able to avoid several takedowns on those attempts coming from Fernandes. I like that balance and just athleticism that Iko Priandono was able to showcase.
Open trade lead hand. Shoulder of the arms belongs to Abro Fernandes. Outside leg kick, Fernandes skips into the jab. Still no right hand for company on that one. Three, didn't go for the two.
Echo drops his hands when he throws that leg kick. Fernandes could just step in and throw that right there. He needs to throw that overhand right when Echo throws that soft leg kick.
But he's got to set it up, Mitch. He's telegraphing those big salvos at the moment. Make the jab, then throw the overhand right if you're Abro Fernandes. Not just the single shot, because Echo sees it coming.
Yeah, good point.
Jab again there from Abro Fernandes. A bit of damage on the forehead of Fernandes. Nothing too serious, though. Right hand lead there from Iko Priandono. He will put the foot down. Good jab from Iko. Throws the right cross. This match, you've got to feel, with 2 minutes 55 remaining, is still anyone for the taking. Who wants to dig deep into the well? Who wants to go hell for leather and really bring it home? The closing bell. Jab there again from Iko.
Fernandes is starting to touch Echo. You can see him putting that jab out there and also landing these little leg kicks. These are scoring in the judge's eyes. In a match like this where there's so little to kind of pick and choose from, those little touches count.
Another Indonesian coming up next. Sonoto takes on Yang Fei of China. of our lead card here from Australia, then in our main event of our lead card, Nyreen Crowley of New Zealand takes on Spiarata. That should be an absolute corker. It's all before our main card kicks off. Now just 1 hour away. There you go. 2 minutes remaining. Some better strikes from Abro Fernandes in this final round as he just edged himself ahead. Lands with a leg kick again, does Abro. Priandono, right hand lead, takes another inside leg kick for that femoral profunda. Makes the jab, does Ego. Inside leg kick from Ego Priandono. Left hook, counter left there from Abro Fernandes, came agonizingly close. Just shaved the upper lip of Ego Priandono. Now they'd love to see an Ego electrical knockout in the final 70 or so seconds here. Here's a solid jab between the eyes, shakes it off, gives us a nice left hook. Overhand right. Now a little more engagement, the crowd trying to rally behind these two Indonesians.
We see Abro is a little bit more active here. He's starting to touch Abro with that jab, that low kick. It's always there. But he's got to commit a little bit more to it. I'd like to see him throw that inside leg kick and then come over the top with that big right hand that he's got. You can see the smiling. He's just in there enjoying himself. These guys are just playing touch. There's too much mutual respect.
30 seconds remains, third and final round. Folks, let us know on social media who you think is winning this one. On Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at One Championship. Do you have it for Abro Fernandes? Do you have it for Mr. Electrical Knockout, Ego Priandono? Inside leg kick from Abro. And the One Fantasy game of the One Super App, the world's largest martial arts fantasy game. 58%. Kick Abro Fernandes, 42% for Ego Priandono. Last minute flurries from both men. Good sportsmanship, big smiles. Both believe they've got it in the bag. We will see in a few moments' time, Dragon.
Lots of sportsmanship shown between these two warriors. We got to see a little bit more coming from Abro Fernandes. He realized that he might have been behind right around that third round, and he started to apply that pressure. He started to land those big right hands, really started to close that distance. There's a jab that stuck Echo as he had him on his back foot, but he didn't follow up with it. You got to see that right there. Boom, touched him, and he came forward a little bit. That's when he tried the takedown, and we got to see Echo with some good takedown defense. And then nice little hooks right there as they trade, exchange shots. They try to close that distance, but back and forth action, I can see it going anyway.
Tom Lau is in the ring, and he's got our judge's decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have called this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision from the red corner, Abro Fernandes.
The Black COMODO, Abro Fernandes, just edging out a decision over Ego Priandono, who could not deliver an electrical knockout for us here tonight.